talk about the alien, you're the alien. We're the damn alien. Look at this shit. We watch these movies and we don't know that these movies tell a lot of truth. Now look at this little dude up in there controlling his avatar, controlling his big old body. What if I told you that's you, man? Check him out. There he go. This is literally the one manifesting his will through this big meat package that you dragging around. And when he eject himself up out that throne, your whole body gonna fall down, just like a airplane when the pilot hit the eject button. You know, when the pilot in the airplane eject up out that bitch and parachute somewhere else, the plane crash. So when your pilot, which is controlling your human avatar, eject itself, when the soul leaves, the body goes down. We got to understand that we are traveling. We are soul travelers. Now check this out. This God that we see upon this throne is what they're calling Yahweh, which is why, what does he shape like? A Y. He's shaped like a Y, don't he? The alphabet Y. And because when we ask why, that's this dude right here. You calling on his name. Think about that. So this little dude right here, he got a mind inside of this little head. And that's what they're showing you right here from a side view. This is the mind in the middle of the brain. What is Brother Sanchez trying to teach you right now? What Brother Sanchez is trying to teach you right now is that your mind is this beacon of light that's layered behind two versions of you, the body and the brain. Because these are the main two things that will either hinder it or aid it when it's trying to manifest his will in this realm, the body and the brain. That's the only thing that can be a stumbling block for the mind, which is the true self, to control its avatar the right way. And I'm going to show you why, because the mind will send a command to be processed through the brain, because the brain turns the commandment of the mind, it processes that into an action. The mind, which is invisible, which is the infinite parts of you, the eternal thinker. These parts of you send a signal, a command to the processor, which is the brain. And the brain is literally this little dude right here. That's this dude. He's control of everything that's coming from on high to make sure that it's processed properly through the brain, and that the dude walking around turns it to a respectful action. And your processor can determine the quality of the action. So this connection between the mind, the brain, and the body is very crucial, because when the mind sends a signal to the body, the only thing in between the mind and the body making that action is the brain's processing. So most of the time, your soul sends a commandment to the brain to be processed, and your brain has been trained to be a bad processor. Your brain has been trained to argue with your soul, and that's like you arguing with God. Your brain ain't smarter than your mind. So why the fuck is your brain arguing with your mind when it just supposed to be listening to what the fuck is commanded to do? And this is why we say, don't overthink it. You thinking too much. Why? Because the soul ain't got to think about shit if it's all knowing. The very action of thinking is what we're calling processing mind. The average human, when you think, you're not processing mind. You're arguing with mine. Should I do this? Should I do that? No, they gonna look at it this way. No, man, but how I'm gonna pay my bills? No, you're arguing with your fucking soul. Instead of you processing what you feel and what you know you were sent here to do and just do it like Nike, you worried about, well, what if I fit? What if this or that? The soul will give up on you. It'll say, what's the need of me even having any? Your soul is up that bitch dormant, like at the steering wheel, like you ain't listening to me. Just on autopilot. You're an NPC. You're a non-player character. Your soul is inside of that brain, but you ain't allowing it to. Every time it's moving them knobs, you doing what you want to do. So that's the thing, we disconnected, man. That's what I'm telling you.